Hey, good to see you. Welcome to FlashPoint Newsmarks by Apnsa. Jake Sullivan in Fireside chat at the Aspen Security Forumer, Sevastopolo. Incredible night, everyone. Jake, exceptional to see you. How might you feel being out of Washington? Is it a positive opinion? Mr. Sullivan, it's a by and large fantastic tendency. Chuckling, Mr. Sevastopolo. So might you at any point excuse me expecting I bring you back there just for 2 minutes? Laughs, Mr. Sullivan. I deduce that goes with the gig. Mr. Sevastopolo. You know, it's obviously true that President Biden is under a lot of strain from nonconformists and prominence-based supporters to leave the race. I understand you can't examine the mission, so I won't ask you that. Regardless, what I should know is, are you seeing any impact on how US FOs are seeing the US? Any sign that they might be going to achieve something considering all the break in Washington? Mr. Sullivan, without a doubt as a matter of some importance, no, we had the NATO most noteworthy point the prior week. Anja was adequately mindful to talk about how we endeavored to oversee respect to US accomplices. Besides, if you look at the consequence of that most elevated point, it was a show of fortitude and reason and dynamism, and to be sure, inconvenience sharing, any similarity to which we have not found in that frame of mind while, likewise, it was fortitude around Ukraine. It was fortitude about the risk from Russia. Likewise, it was fortitude around the risk from China, where there was a fundamental declaration in that dispatch about the way China tends to attest to the abroad neighborhood. Additionally, I think what our FO saw from that was the us, under President Biden's organization, orchestrating and actuating the most wonderful conspiracies starting from the dawn of mankind. Furthermore, celebrating 75 years, but setting up the organization for the future in a critical way. In this way, we will continue with each day of the week driving towards a detent and detainee deal in Gaza, continuing to assist Ukraine on the battle with drafting and managing the full extent of drives that we have underway while establishing a connection with our FOs that to screw with the us and our accomplices, they will have an extraordinarily rude awakening about what's on the horizon for them. Mr. Sevastopolo, and just sincerely, US information hasn't gotten any signs that a piece of these enemies may be going to play with America? Mr. Sullivan, for sure, look, it's a political race year. Likewise, what we in general know very well and what has been analyzed here at the conversation this year and in years past is that our FOs genuinely view at American choices as centers to endeavor to affect, to endeavor to disrupt trust in our greater part manages government, to endeavor to toss their uncalled for impact into the equilibrium. Furthermore, the Supervisor of Public Information conveyed a report last week showing they're indeed at that this year too. Likewise, we're clear-checked about that out. Moreover, we are doing an extraordinary arrangement to face it, to ensure the holiness of our races, to ensure the security of our popularity-based structure. So we will keep on doing that. Notwithstanding, to the extent that one of a kind of risk from countries during the current second, we see in no way like that. However, we truly see our enemies, in different respects, testing American interests, undermining American accessories and accomplices. Likewise, we have a full setup of practices underway, teaming up with those accomplices to push back on that. Mr. Sevastopolo, we ought to talk about the Middle East and Gaza. Top state pioneer Netanyahu is coming to Washington, I trust on Monday.